We're going to talk about Sweet Home Alabama and the various parts that are in there, and all we're concerned about is getting good phrasing, and we don't have to worry about a steady tempo or anything at the moment. We just want to get good phrasing and understand what we're doing with that. So the beginning of it, as you know, we have the chords of D, C, and G. And then our first turnaround, and then the next part is playing this note directly instead of bending. We'll get to bending and putting it in with the phrase, but we want to get the phrase together and then work on putting the bend within it. Okay, so, and when we put the bend in, it'll be just like that. Okay, so we have that, and then after that we have strumming with the chords, similar to what we do with the verse. Okay, so we've got that turnaround, and then the second part, okay, so all together the intro is this. Now, at that point, we're at the verse. So the verse just has a different turnaround leading into the second D. So we have that on the first time and the third time through, but the second and fourth, when we get to the G, instead of playing G and the turnaround, we play G twice. Okay, so it goes together like this. So that finishes the verse, and after the first verse we go into the interlude, and that's where we're playing in the 7th position, and repeat, okay, so we have the harmonics there at the end of that one, okay, 12th fret, just lightly touching the strings. So we're playing the line from the 7th position here and the 5th position, and then the line that slides in. Okay, and then we're replacing that with the harmonics on the second time through. Okay, and then we have the same turnaround that we had earlier, getting into that. Okay, so all together again for the interlude. Straight back into the verse, which is just the same as before, except after this verse we go into the chorus. Now we have a different turnaround leading us into the chorus. And what's happening is we've got our usual line, okay? But leading into the chorus, instead of having 2 G's, we have 1 G, and then we have a turnaround which does this. Okay, now that first note here, D, that we slide into, is the first note of the measure. Okay, so you would think of the measure as starting here. Okay, so you've got that, and so when we slide into that, that's taking up the first strum. So we have, again, we just think of the phrase as this. So when we slide in, we have that. Okay, so again, the turnaround going into the chord. Okay, and that's where the X notes are coming in. So just touching the strings, making a nice percussive sound there. All right, and we have our turnaround with that. Yeah, that's the one. No, that's the one, sorry. I get them kind of confused in my head, but the line is just like that. So we have the first turnaround leading in. Okay, and then this part takes the place of G. So instead of having G, okay, we would have this. So what we're doing is we're playing, it's called a hemiola, but the short version is that it's 3 notes over a phrase of 4. So you're thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay? So doing that actually gives us 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so that's usually an easier way of counting it, is just counting the number of repetitions you have, rather than how the hemiola lays over the rhythm and the line. So anyway, your line coming out is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right there, those 2 chords start the chorus, or the solo, excuse me. So your line will be going right into there. So we have that. Okay, so that's how those 2 go together. They're actually at the same time. Kind of hard to have one finger here and one finger there, though, you know what I mean? But anyway, so let's put the whole chorus together. We're coming out of the verse, the second half of the verse. That's basically all the parts, other than what goes under the solo, and of course the solos. But what's under the solos is just the same thing that we're doing for the chorus, but we just stay longer on G and we don't have any turnarounds. Okay, so the line there. So that's how it goes for what's underneath the solos. Anyway, I hope that helps. Let me know if you need anything else.